the home remodeling process, step-by-step guide for a smooth renovation. Hi, welcome back everybody. Thanks for joining us today on another episode. I am Sean Coy, the owner and president of SDS Homes Construction. We are a custom home building and remodeling company here in Southern California. And today with me, as always, my wife and partner, Chantel.
Hi, I am Chantel. I am the office manager and CFO. Yeah, remodeling. I'm excited about this episode because I don't know if people know that we also do remodel and addition.
True. So a little backstory on us. We came from the remodeling /flipping world.
Yeah.
Right. That's how we started. So we're used to taking homes apart, pulling them apart and putting them back together.
Yeah.
So I think it helped us out in where we're at today because we know the house is from the inside out, and it really let us see like where mistakes are made, moving forward. We know how to handle that.
Yeah. Agreed.
So today, like I said, remodeling episode. So we want to go over some topics for you guys to let you know what to expect in a remodel, because we do a lot of remodels and a lot of the clients, don't know what to expect, right? So we'll just go over the top 7 items here. Number 1 is planning your remodeling project, right? The planning stage itself. So in this stage, you want to first set a budget. I think that's very important. Most remodeling jobs that we get, they don't have a realistic budget in mind.
They don't.
They think a kitchen or a master bathroom is going to be a lot cheaper than it actually is. So it's good to sit down with the contractor and go over a budget and a plan, right? You want to kind of tell them, this is what we're looking for and this is the kind of design we're looking for, whatever that may be. But setting a budget up front, I think, is key for success in a remodeling project.
Agreed. I think in their mind, if they're like, oh, we're just going to remodel, like just take the stuff out and put it back. They want to like arrange it differently, move the tub and toilet. They forget about all that when they call in how much time and effort that takes. So yeah.
So planning it up front is number 1.
Yes. Number 2, creating a plan for your remodel. This is important. And at this stage, you want to make sure you get your architect, designer, and your contractor all together to during this phase, I think, because during this phase, you are doing the architecture and design, right? You're looking at the functionality,
yes.
Or feng shui, is that where I was going? I don't know.
Hey.
The functionality of the room and the layout and how you want it. And then lastly is your materials, right? Your fixtures you're using, you're looking at flooring, you're looking at your, also cabinetry sometimes, and maybe, dishwashers and sinks and things of that nature during this time, which is by getting all 3 of those in the same room together is going to be your best bet.
Yeah, and I think creating a design up front, because we don't want to fly by the seat of our pants, right?
No.
Sometimes clients will call us up and they'll say, I want a new kitchen, I want to move that wall, I want this ceiling higher, I want to expand this living room and do that. Okay, go. And it's like, wait a minute.
Hold on.
We can't do this on a scratch pad. So yeah, good point. Creating a design for your remodel is key. So once we have those first 2 in place, then we can get to securing permits, right? And approvals. This, again, is a step a lot of people don't realize they need to take. But if you're doing a major remodel, an addition, anything structural, we need permits. If you're just changing a sink in your kitchen or, a dishwasher and making it bigger, something like that, we're not really looking at permits. But if we're doing a major change or we're moving walls or we're raising ceilings, we got to have permits.
Or adding on.
And a lot of people come to us, like I said, and they just do this, and this, and they don't think we need permits. But we need to get the architect involved so that he can draw up the plans of the remodel, right?
And this is almost one of the same steps as if you're building a custom home. Same thing. You're going through those same steps.
Correct. Not as lengthy, but the city does, or the county wants your money, and it's good to go ahead and get that permit and get signed off. That way, if they ever do sell your house in the future.
Square footage.
Right? If there is square footage added, you get that on your title. Or just the upgrade itself, right? A brand new kitchen that was completely remodeled is going to be worth something.
Yeah.
So securing permits and approvals would be the step 3, and we'll walk you through that. We'll make sure that gets submitted. But again, you want architecture and you want the design on a piece of paper that we can submit to the city or county.
Right. So number 4 is the demolition phase. So this is where you get to tear everything down.
Here we go.
So this is important. one of the most important things I think when we're doing this phase is protecting anything that's staying, covering it up or moving the furniture out, those type of things. It's very, very important because unfortunately we've had a oopsie with our guys before where something drops, and makes a nick on something. And so just making sure that everything is secure and covered up is very important. Also, during this phase, you want to make sure that you have, we bring our trailer out there. So dumping all the trash, keeping it clean and nice during that phase so we can get everything out that's leaving. So those two things are very, very important during the demolition phase.
Yeah, because believe it or not, just tearing cabinets out or, opening up walls, it creates a lot of dust, right?
Yes, it does.
And, we are careful to cover vents. We put up security sheets so that it won't go into the baby's room. We're real cautious of the demo, but it's, again, something they need to know because a lot of people don't realize demo stays, your house is going to look like a hurricane hit it.
Just ran right through it.
Right. But it's a good thing because that means you're moving forward with new stuff.
Yeah, there's stuff happening and going on. People like to see that. So.
Okay, so number 5 is the construction and installation of the products. So after we demo and we clean up and everything's ready to go, then we put it all back together, right?
Tetris.
So,
Tetris? Yeah.
Yeah. So the construction phase is important. It's important that you're there as well because now you can actually see the house coming together or the vision that you had coming together, right? Once you see the countertops on and you see the new wall that got framed up and drywalled, and the construction phase for us is probably the funnest because the clients will they just came off the demo scare, right? They see this demo and all the lightning bolts and their house is completely torn open, and it goes from that to it's all being put back together, and it looks clean and nice. So and then the installation of the appliances or the tubs and the faucets and sinks and shower heads. So that's the step 5 in the remodel process, right?
So step 6, so this is your final touches and inspection phase. So this is when you're doing your walkthrough, getting any final inspections that are necessary. Also the final finishing touches. Yeah. So we're going through and touching up your walls with paint, if anything got nicked when bringing furniture back in and those type of things. Last thing that you just mentioned, tightening up all of the toilets or the faucets and things like that. Just your finishing touches right before we're out of your hair.
Yeah, and there's usually a punch list, right?
Yes.
We tell our clients.
Oh, good job.
Right? Want to talk to them about punch list a little bit?
A little blue tape.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Don't give them the blue tape.
They go crazy with blue tape. Wow. But the punch list is a list we like to walk around, right? The clients walk around and kind of see things, and they're able to write down some things that they've seen, and we go through it together, and then we start working off of that list and punching it off as we go, marking them all off as we go through the house, kind of fixing those things. Yeah.
And just a funny story, a side note, we used to give our clients the blue tape, right? And say, hey, just if you see anything, just tear a little piece off and
stick it right up there.
Put it, if you see something, maybe 1 or 2 you'll see here and there, right? So the last 2 times we gave our clients the blue tape, they called us up and said, do you have any more blue tape?
Yeah, it's like exploded in their home. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, it looked like the wall had chicken pox. Yeah. It was just speckled everywhere. But a lot of clients don't know that the texture that they had selected for the drywall was supposed to have a little imperfection in it. Some people call it skip trowel, but the texture that we used has little swirls, and they thought it was a mistake on our drywall guys. Yeah. And so it was just blue tape everywhere. So we make jokes about that now that we don't give them tape anymore.
No blue tape. Let's just walk around.
Yeah, let's just write it down. Yeah. We'll mark it. Okay, good. So after the inspections, which is in that process, right? The city or the county will come by and sign off on the remodel.
Flying colors.
Right. And then you guys are good to go. And then the last thing we want to talk about is the post-remodel maintenance and tips.
Number 7.
Yeah. So in our custom home build, we provide a 6-month and a 1-year maintenance checkup, so to speak, right? But in a remodel, a lot of times people, they're so happy and they're like, see you later. We don't need you anymore. We love it. Yeah. But you do need to talk about, the countertops and how to take care of them. So we give them information on that. Even your cabinets and your plumbing, make sure there's no leaks within that first, 6 months to a year. Sometimes things happen. But you want to make sure that we give them maintenance tips. So if you hire a contractor and they don't give you any maintenance tips on any of the materials you have, even your tile in your showers, depending on what you get, If you get marble countertops, those need to be taken care of.
Yes.
Right? Certain things can't go on them. So just make sure that you do get maintenance tips from whoever you decide to go with, and go over those, on a 6-month basis until everything is fine.
Yeah. Ooh, that was good.
I felt like it was a quick episode.
I know. It did feel kind of quick, but it was good. Had a lot of good information.
Okay, so if you're considering a remodel, please visit our website at sdshomes.com to get in touch with us. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more tips on home remodeling and custom home building. Don't forget to like and share this podcast with anyone thinking about remodeling their home. And feel free to drop your questions in the comment section below for future episodes. We'll make sure that we catch you on the next one. We look forward to it. From SDS Homes Construction.